We're AJ and Christina McGowan, local real estate agents here in Wilmington. Today we're going to show you what you can get on the southern side of Wilmington, both mature neighborhoods and new construction. Here we are in new construction, southern Wilmington area.
Not only the southern side of Wilmington, but when you go to buy in Pender, Brunswick, or New Hanover, you're going to face the decision of whether to go resale and or new construction. And in this video, we're going to aim to show you what the new construction neighborhood looks like this, the pros and cons of both this and an older subdivision that's going to offer more resale. So come along. All right, one big example of a resale neighborhood down this section of Wilmington, south of Monkey Junction, is the Cape. It's hundreds of homes. It started being developed in the mid-'80s, had another boom mid-'90s into the mid-2000s, and they have a plethora of different options. Currently, there's 10 active listings on MLS for this subdivision that range from a townhome in the high twos all the way up to a newly built, a couple years old, just south of $1 million.
Some pros to this community would be a larger lot size. You've got a more mature feeling of community in the neighborhood. You also have more negotiating power on resales. You've got a unique feel of the neighborhoods. You've got more mature trees and landscaping. You've got a different feel of the community as well.
All right, some of the cons in an older subdivision resale neighborhood like this is going to be that the properties are older. They might be a little bit outdated. Some of the systems might be older and need replacing, maybe not right away, but then in the next couple of years. Things to consider. What's the roof age? Anything else that's kind of going on with the property that's not going to fall any type of warranty like you'd get in new construction.
Okay, in Riverlights specifically, we have 13 resale homes on the market right now, and then a plethora of lots still available to custom build on. Here we are with the model homes around us. We have all of the options here that you can still get on new lots.
And I think the goal is for this specific subdivision that has smaller subdivisions within is somewhere about 2,500 to 3,000 homes, and they still have a long way to go, as you can see. In Wilmington and the surrounding counties, you're going to get a lot of these new construction neighborhoods and subdivisions. Today we're going to show you Riverlights as one example. It's a massive one. But let me walk you through some of the pros of what you're going to get if you decide and educate yourself to move forward in a new construction neighborhood. Number one, as you can see this, they map out and plan all of this green space, the dog space, the parks. The engineering behind any type of stormwater compliance and storm prevention has obviously increased over the last decade, so that's all mapped out and approved by the county in your subdivision plan as they develop. Some other pros, there's so many model homes over here and there's probably a half a dozen builders. So you can come in, you can pick your floor plan, you can understand what you're getting. You're gonna get some incentives on sales depending on who the builder is and how urgent they are to sell. You can plan your lead time a little bit better because sometimes they're in the middle of building it. You can come in and buy a spec home, or you can start to build it from the foundation up to your specific wants and needs. Most of these builds are going to come with some type of warranty, whether it's a 1, 2, 10 or 10 on structural, one year on door to door. So you have that. It's all brand new systems. It's brand new equipment. They're going to back it. You don't have to worry about those variable maintenance like you would in a resale when you first buy it, because you're comfortable, you know what it is, and most of them are following either builder warranties or system warranties that carry with the appliances.
Some cons of new construction are the smaller lot sizes, which you can see, ongoing construction depending on what phase you purchase in. There's also less negotiating power on price for the house because it is all new build, it's all similar, so we've got a little less negotiation there. You also have less maturity in the landscaping of the community. Everything's been taken down and then built back up. So it'll take a few years to look like those resale neighborhoods that we showed you before.
All right, there's another difference between buying resale and new construction. I've had history with both and helping clients secure both properties. Let's talk a little bit about new construction, what that looks like. You're gonna go back and forth and start negotiating with the actual builder itself and their reps and what that price looks like. As Christina mentioned earlier, the wiggle room and the negotiating power isn't as much as a resale depending on where it lands. The deposit will look a little bit different. A lot of times it's a non-refundable builder deposit that goes up front. and you understand all your customizations and everything else that goes in that initial purchase and sale contract for new construction. But what you're gonna want is you're gonna want an educated realtor and advisor to make sure that you understand fully what you're signing off on and what you're paying for and whether it's refundable or not.
Okay, resale purchasing. Again, the difference is new construction and resale. Resale, you see the home, you fall in love, you make an offer and negotiate that price with your realtor and their realtor. You decide you want it, we go under contract on the agreed upon price. You're gonna owe a non-refundable due diligence fee. This allows you the unilateral rights to conduct all of your inspections and anything like that. You're also going to owe an earnest money fee that is typically refundable depending on your due diligence period and what that looks like. Again, you want a good realtor for this. With that, if everything goes smooth, we can get to the closing table typically within 30 days, depending on your financing and that inspection report. We can move forward and get you in there within 30 days and you can be celebrating the next holiday, the next big milestone, or just your housewarming party. So the differences are new construction can be a little longer. You may get those customizable homes, that type of thing. If you're not in a rush, it's very good, but construction can be dicey. So resale, you can be in there as quick as, again, 30 days, depending on what that looks like for you.
Buyer beware. What I want to make sure is that if you are buying in a new construction neighborhood, make sure you're represented. Most of these builders and the sales rep for the new construction are going to offer some type of buyer agency compensation. So ideally, it's not even coming out of your pocket, and an agent will be able to represent you and guide you through the process and give you those tips and tricks to maybe get you more out of the sale than you would have by yourself.
One thing I do love about the new construction communities in the Wilmington and Leland-Hampstead area is the thoughtfulness on the commercial amenities they have. Around Riverlights, they have a plethora of restaurants, nail salons, bike shops, retail shops. We have all of that. They have another area that they're developing right now with dentists and medical outlets there. So they do think a lot about the community and what it brings to it, which I do love.
You have to think this through, right? You're going to put 2,500 to 3,000 homes just in this area. You got to add the commercial development. You have to add the restaurants, like Christina said, the shops. She touched on the dentist. I believe there's also a convenience store going in. They just developed a firehouse right over here.
So with its own firehouse, there is word on its own elementary school as well. And we have the 55 plus community across the street. So if grandparents want to move in, they get their own community over there with a plethora of amenities. Again, they do a really good job of that. But we've got all of this over here right on the river.
And this is hyper specific to Riverlights, the specifics we just talked about, but backing it up in general terms with these new construction developments and new homes like that, they are anticipating and helping to develop the commercial side too, so people have the resources and the amenities that they need. Good.
Ooh, it's amazing. Okay, let me remind you that we made this video with you in mind. We also moved to this area and looked at resale communities and new build communities right here where we're looking. So just a reminder that we've been in your shoes, and the one thing is for sure is that you need a solid realtor on your side to help educate you.
As she said, let us be the ones that educate you. There's really no wrong decision to make because both have the pros and cons as we walk through. But what you need to do is kind of go through it, make sure that you understand all the factors in new construction versus resale, and make the best decision for you and your family. If you like this video or any others, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.